What's going on, guys? It is Diamond Hands Dave coming back at you with another live stream. Figured I would stream kind of just, spur the moment stream, so please forgive me if the quality is not to your liking. But basically, uh, I just want to talk real quick about my trading the past couple of days, the current market conditions, and yeah, kind of where I'm at, where my progress is. So, as you guys can see, I'm on a funded account. Took a bit of a hit on this account this evening. The market is very difficult to trade right now. It is on hard mode. Very low volatility chop. Um, like this evening, we've been selling off, but we've been selling off at a snail's pace. And as you guys know, I'm a failed breakdown trader, and so we got a few failed breakdowns, and like virtually maybe only one of them worked for a level to level move, like one level to level move. And because I had already taken a loss after that, I was kind of greedy and decided to not take profits at the first level. Actually, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me be a little fair to myself. Um, it didn't even get to first level up. So this is the failed breakdown I'm talking about. 65 failed breakdown that recovered 69. I had actually gotten in at around here at like 67 or yeah, around 67. And I was hoping for the next level up to 73. Now, yeah, you could say I was being greedy because technically if I got in at 67, my first take profit should have been at 69. Yeah, a lot of people would be like, oh, that's only 3 points. Yeah, true, and that's what I thought too. It's only 3 points. Hence why I had my first take profit at 73. But that ended up biting me in the butt, as you could see. It didn't even hit 73. I got reversed on, and the rest is history, as you guys know. So right now, yeah, I'm it's hard, man. It's hard. So I just want to talk about, trading is so difficult. Like so difficult. Like you try to keep a level head. You try to do the best that you can with what you got, and sometimes the market just like ends up eating you alive, man. Like you just you have your rules, you've got your discipline, and your rules are there for a reason. You gotta stick to your rules because those rules are what are gonna allow you to survive the drawdowns in order to make you available for the trades that are gonna completely wipe out all your losses. Sorry, I'm just it's kind of tired and depressing. So yeah, you have to just be alive for the trades that are gonna make up for all your losses, you know. And as traders, it's tough. Like I mean, it's very difficult to continue trading your setup after taking 3, 4, 5 losses in a row. I mean, it's happened to me tonight. I've taken at least 5 or 6 losses in a row. Um, but I'm still taking setups as I see appropriate. Like, of course, tonight is not favorable for failed breakdowns, and it took me like 4 or 5 trades to come to that realization that hey, failed breakdowns might not work tonight, and so I have to shift my gears and I have to transition to a different setup. So in this case, it was a breakdown trade. And what was the breakdown? It was the breakdown of this 68.57 low. Technically, I could have gotten in higher, but I didn't want to risk it. So I actually, for confirmation, I waited to make sure that we weren't going to get a failed breakdown off of this low. So technically, yeah. So my trigger, and actually this is in the newsletter, so the trigger from what Adam says is around 68.50. And as you can see, I got in at around 68.51.75. And so far, it's working out. This is the only trade that's worked out for me tonight, honestly. So it sucks. It sucks because sometimes you have to go through a few losing trades to realize, hey, this setup is not working. This is not the conditions for the setup. So you need to stop trying that setup and you have to switch gears. Again, for me, I only take 2 setups. I have my failed breakdowns. So there's failed breakdowns, back tests, which are another, can be a long or short. But basically back test trades. Price breaks out of a range or a zone, back tests it for a long, or price breaks down said range or zone and then back tests it short. So failed breakdowns, back tests, and finally breakdown trades. So breakdown trades are the setup that I took is the setup that I took tonight. Basically, a strong support has been tested multiple times. You wait for essentially the demand to be wiped clean, and then you get in on the break below of that zone for a level to level move. So this is a short, it's a short setup. So that's basically what happened here. We attempted a failed breakdown at 57, which basically fizzled out, and we came back to the zone. We broke through 57. We accepted 51 and essentially probed and broke through it. Hence why I took this trade, and hoping for a nice level to level. I'll take half the position off at 41, and then I'll take the other half, the rest off at like 37. Technically, I should edit this. Really, it should be, I just should do 3 because I should have a runner. If price decides to break down the structure, I should be prepared with a runner. So that's basically how I'm setting myself up for this trade. And yeah, it's rough, guys. So just be careful when conditions are not aligning to your trade setup. The key thing is you have to recognize it. You have to recognize when the conditions are not aligning to your system, and you have to pivot. Okay? You can't keep trying the same thing over and over if it's not working. Like, yeah, for me, it took me a few tries to realize it's not working. It took me 4 or 5 trades. I think maybe even 6. I don't know, but that's a price I'm willing to pay. It sucks. That's why I'm feeling like this. It does not feel good to take 5 or 6 losing trades in a row. But honestly, it's a price worth paying to find out whether your setup works or not. And if you find out that it's not working, then that's a small price to pay in order to flip and try a different setup, to which will make up for all your losers. So perfect example of this. So it's right here. So just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. I got some stuff going on, so I'm going to call it a stream. I know it's only been like 5 minutes. Forgive me, guys. I know I haven't been streaming much, but I'm going to call it a stream right here. I'll let you know how this trade plays out. But yeah, just try to, don't be married. Don't be married to a setup. Don't be married to a trade. Be willing to be flexible. You got to be flexible in this game. You got to be fluid. You got to be willing to pivot on a dime if things are not working out for you. You got to be willing to recognize that and switch, because the market conditions don't change on a dime. Although I'm sure they can sometimes, to be honest with you, because anything can happen in the market. But when the market shifts, you have to be willing to shift with it. So that's all I got for tonight. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe. Don't blow any accounts. Low volatility chop. So keep your size down, and don't overtrade and don't oversize. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a good evening, and peace.